road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? Let's have some fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA's consent is prohibited.
Good evening. Welcome inside Bridges Gymnasium. It's NECC action here at New England College. We got game number 2 here. I'm starting to stutter my way through, but alongside Dan Salzer, I am Justin Swirsky bringing you the call to tonight's game. It should be an outstanding game. We got Mitchell College, we got New England College. A lot in common between both of these teams, Dan. They both like to run, they both like to get in transition, they both have outstanding perimeter presence, but going into this game, Mitchell hasn't beaten New England College this year. They've lost by 15 or 20 points in both of the matchups this season. What can they do to come out on top tonight?
They've got to rely on their big three in Brunson, Santiago, and Williams, all with over 340 points scored this season. All are shooting well over 42% from the floor this year. That three really has to be on fire if they're going to outmatch the top-seeded and Pilgrims of New England College, because we talked about in both matchups this season, back on January 10th here at home for NEC over the Mariners, an 84-67 victory. Down at Mitchell on February 2nd, 87-68. So pretty much identical games, but it's really that strong duo coming with Ricky Leonard, who leads the team in scoring this season, 445 points for the Pilgrims, but also that the defensive specialist in Calvin Cheek, the sophomore, wearing number 1 this year, has 122 steals on the year. He's just shy of the all-time single-season record set by a Plymouth State player well back in the day, and that being Moses Jean-Pierre, who had 189 in a single season, had nearly 500 steals in his career, but Calvin Cheek, as a sophomore, on pace to set the record come his senior season. He is a dominant force on the defensive side for the Pilgrims.
Yeah, usually one of the things that I never bring up, Dan, is the steals per game, and it's usually 4 or 5 steals a game. New England College as a whole, 13.5 steals per game. The only downside, 14 turnovers a game. They racked it up a couple of times. They had a couple of 20-plus turnovers this season, and that's because of the way that they like to play. From last year to this year, it's the same exact team. It's the same build, and you know, all they've done is gotten better, but they got to keep ball control. On the other side of things, 16.5 turnovers for Mitchell so far this season. They are averaging just under 18 assists a game, and 42 boards a game is going to have to be crucial. The biggest difference here is the point margin. New England College comes into this game at 22-3 overall. They've lost just 1 game in the New England Collegiate Conference. They're averaging 89 even a game. Mitchell on the other side at 17-9 this season. They were 10-5 in the NECC, comes in 78 points a game. It's going to have to be a little bit better than that. I can't predict a defensive battle here tonight, Dan, but both games this season, Mitchell has been held under 70 points against New England College, so it should be an interesting take.
And don't forget, hats off to NEC. They set the program marks for winning a season. They're defending the NEC champions last year we saw here at home, trying to win it in their new conference here in this season.
Absolutely, and as you said, it's a tough transition to be going from conference to conference, but to come into this conference and absolutely dominate. Just 1 loss in the NECC this season. Head coach Charlie Mason had a young group last year that he's turned into a more mature but still relatively young group, and they've done an outstanding job under his helm, leading it back. And as we said, the top seed, they were the top seed in the NEC last season. We saw the NEC championship come through here. It was an absolute madhouse. And tonight looks as though it's going to play the part. The crowd is packed here inside Bridges Gymnasium, and we are set for an outstanding ball game tonight. At this moment, We're going to send it down to our PA announcer. We're going to keep our headsets on, and we'll see the starting lineups for both teams.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bridges Gym on the campus of New England College for this evening's New England Collegiate Conference men's basketball semifinal, featuring the number 4 seed Mariners of Mitchell College and the number 1 seed Clippers of New England College. Let's now meet the teams. Starting at forward for Mitchell College. A 6'4" junior from Rare Northford, number 1, Asani Williams. From New England College, starting at forward, a 6'6" senior from Roxbury, Massachusetts, number 5, Jason Jones. At guard from Mitchell College, a 6'2" junior from Walcott, Connecticut, number 0, Matt Fink. Guard for the Pilgrims, a 5'10" sophomore from Mattapan, Massachusetts, number 1, Calvin Cheek. Back guard for the Mariners, a 5'9" sophomore from White Sabre, Connecticut, number 5, Connell Henderson. Back guard for the Pilgrims, a 6'2" junior from Roxbury, Massachusetts, number 13, Isaiah Wilson-Brooks. Mitchell, at guard, a 6'2" senior from West Haven, Connecticut, number 10, Stephen Brunson. For New England College at guard, a 6'1" senior from Windsor, Connecticut, number 21, Ricky Leonard. At center for the Mariners, a 6'5" senior from Port St. Lucie, Florida, number 35,
There you have it, your starting 5. We'll run through them one more time. For the Mitchell Mariners, it's going to be Fink, Williams, Henderson, Brunson, and Santiago. For the Pilgrims, Cheek, Jones, Winston, Brooks, Leonard, and Fama. Mitchell in their road black jerseys, red lettering. They'll be going from left to right, the Grims, and their home whites going from right to left. Tip won by Asani Williams. We're underway in the NECC semifinal matchup. It's the top-seeded New England College Pilgrims looking to repeat on the top of their conference. It's going to be a touch play out of bounds. They're going to say Jason Jones last touched it.
Again, we saw the fantastic women's game came down to the final second. This one going to be having that same energy here.
That ball somehow making its way all the way into Williams. He's going to hold it down on the ground, and a timeout called by Mitchell College. Looked like it could be a travel, but nonetheless an early timeout here. We'll take one with them, sure. 19 seconds in here in this NECC game on Granite State Sports Network.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely.
Fans, now through February 25th, get 20% off all hoodies at shopnecathletics.com. Select from your favorite team logos, choose from a variety of pre-made styles. Find everything you need to show your Pilgrim pride. Shop NECathletics.com today.
Yep, beyonder, no good. Rebound near side by Brunson. Can't get it to go. And finally, the 6'6" frame of Jason Jones able to pull one down. It's Winston Jones on the other side. Winston Brooks on the other side. Out to the top of the key, Ricky Leonard. Back to Winston Brooks. He's going to be touched right in front of the Mitchell bench. Head coach Todd Perrett's not happy. Not a great foul to start things off for Hassani Williams. Both teams feeling each other out early, as we said. It's going to be loud early and often here inside Bridges Gymnasium. Stephen Fama, 6'3" guard. He's a freshman from Linfield, Massachusetts, inbounds the ball. Top of the key, driving, pull-up jumper from Fama, no good. Rebounded by Santiago and pushed up the floor by Fink. Fink through the paint, out to Brunson. Brunson driving, but an offensive foul as Isaiah Winston Brooks gets his feet set. Great defensive effort to start this ball game here for the Grims.
We weren't expecting it to be a defensive ball game to start, but both teams again without. It's not a big gymnasium here at NEC. I mean, 200, 250 max can fit in, but it feels like 1,000 people are here right now.
Fama down low to Jason Jones, all the way out to Cheek. Ricky Leonard moving to his left, double team. Nearly loses it, gets it to Fama. Fama to Winston Jones. Winston Brooks. Turnaround jumper, no good. And he gets his own rebound. Winston Brooks, count the basket. Isaiah Winston Brooks on one side takes the charge on the other. A chance for a three-point play. And New England College on the board first. 3 points for the junior guard. Pilgrim's looking to trap, instead gets it over to Connell Henderson.
Already see Calvin Cheek trying to get some steals here on that midcourt double team.
Great pass down low from Santiago, but unable to handle it, Stephen Brunson. Cheek across the timeline inside the three-point line before pulling it back out. Fama into Jones, who loses it. It's kicked away, a 3-on-2, a deep pass for Brunson. All the way across, Brunson to Santiago, but he can't connect and nearly picks up a foul there. Lucky he didn't get one. Back come Pilgrims. Winston Brooks for three, well off, but Jones is there for the putback.
Pilgrim's just so strong. They know where to be off the ball. They're so used to each other from that championship run last year that even with misses, they know where to position themselves best down low.
Santiago back to Brunson. Brunson's mid-range J is good. And the Mariners on the board. Back come New England College. A foul is going to be called, and they're going to put Ricky Leonard on the line. Leonard, 6'1" senior from Windsor, Connecticut. Attended Cheshire Academy. And one of the more pivotal parts to this Pilgrims team.
Yeah, Leonard this season, wait for this shot attempt. It'll rattle home. 65 and 94 from the free throw line now.
And again, we mentioned the fact that this is such a young team. They have just two seniors, Jones one of them, and Leonard the other, as he rattles that one out. 6-2 lead, 3 minutes into this first half. Step-in jumper is good. That's out of the hands of Stephen Brunson.
That really feels like how Mitchell has to play here, is just kind of go pound for pound on the fast breaks.
Fama trying to avoid the travel, instead it's right into the hands of Jones. Head coach Todd Perrett's not happy with that call.
I was going to say, he's pleading with the official of how is that not a travel, and I completely agree with him.
Santiago, far side to Brunson. Brunson looking to get around Brooks. Heavy on-ball pressure and a huge rejection. Isaiah Winston Brooks saying not yet. And we'll get a substitution. Alonzo Cooper is going to check on.
Yeah, it's so hard to beat the Pilgrims down low. You're going to have to get the screens early and often and open up a quick shot attempt from the elbow or the wing.
That does not go, but there for the rebound, Sasani Williams. Santiago pulls down another board. Triple team, throws it up. It's partially blocked by Jones and pulled away by Calvin Cheek. Cheek now running the floor, and we'll pull it out.
Just looking, I think Santiago is waiting for this attempt.
Jones lays it in, and we'll have a timeout. 10-4 start for the Grims, 16:09 left in the first half here on Granite State Sports Network.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
Back inside Bridges Gymnasium, a 6-point lead to start things off here for the New England College Pilgrims. And it's been an early and often battle inside the paint here. New England College doing everything right. And Jason Jones kind of manning the ship inside the paint here for the Grims as they hold an early lead. Winston Brooks nearly called for the foul. Instead, Hassani Williams can't connect, and it's pulled down by Jones. Calvin Cheek's pass up to Leonard, no good.
We apologize, the timeout feature's not working for Mitchell College on our scoreboard at the moment, but they do have only 2 remaining because they've just used 2 quickly.
And another one on the floor. We're going to take one with them. 15:52 left here in this first half on Granite State Sports Network.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
Having that free time allows me to pursue the things that I want to pursue.
Division III athletics affords students the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport.
It allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Fans' #1 seed, women's basketball for New England College is in the championship of the NECC. It's to take place on Saturday, February 23rd, right here inside Bridges Gym. The Pilgrims will face either the winner of the #3 Becker College, #2 Mitchell College game at either 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, depending on how this game finishes up here. Catch all the action right here on the Granite State Sports Network.
Got a packed house here inside Bridges Gymnasium, and both teams, I think, have used all of their timeouts already. We're not even 5 minutes through this first half.
We took them off the scoreboard because of the error, but New England College does have all 4. But Mariners too early on here, the first 5 minutes of the game. They got 2 remaining the whole rest of the game.
Token press here into a half-court man-to-man for the New England College Pilgrims, and a beautiful backdoor feed. Stephen Brunson lays it home. Great pass from Williams, a great C. And it's back to a 4-point lead. Leonard sliced it up, no good. 2 guys on the ball. Brooks somehow keeps that alive without traveling.
That's awareness, just lets go in the hands, let it roll on his chest.
Cheek wants it, no good, and pulled away by Williams. Now wide to Brunson. Brunson to Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams checking in on that timeout. Shot off the mark. Leonard Williams is going to get fouled, and he will head to the line. First time tonight for a Mariner at the line. Marvin Baker also checking in and suing that timeout for Mitchell College.
Leonard Williams this year, 29 of 40, 72.5% from the free throw line.
First attempt is good, and we'll have our second New England College substitution. Kyle Joseph will check on. Joseph, 6'6", sophomore from Roxbury, Massachusetts. Landon Peabody's also going to check in for Mitchell College as the second free throw goes down. And it's a 2-point Pilgrims lead. Cheek. Winston Brooks. Moving in, but a foul is going to be called, and I believe it's going to be a charge.
No, they're calling on Baker, moving his feet. Didn't get him planted in time. Called the blocking foul down low.
Coach Perrett's not happy on that far sideline. Can't necessarily blame him either. Could have gone either way, but Winston Brooks is going to head to the line his second time tonight. 2 for 2 so far as he hits the first. Jamal Allen, the freshman guard's going to check on, give Ricky Leonard a break.
Again, great recruiting as always by head coach Charlie Mason. Just such a deep bench that he can throw anyone in at any time in this Pilgrims lineup.
Domenico Santiago will check back on. He's going to give Williams a break. Santiago, 6'5", 265. He's listed as a forward/guard from Port St. Lucie, Florida. A giant presence down low.
I think Mitchell would like to have him as a freshman again.
It's well past my bedtime here, but Santiago is going to lay it up for 2.
Again, the Mariners just working pound for pound on this fast break. Neither team is utilizing the shot clock. They're just running and gunning.
Cooper out to a wide open Winston Brooks. Can't connect, but it's pushed out to Cheek. Deep 3. Too strong, loose ball rebound, and a jump ball is going to stay in possession of New England College. Again, Isaiah Winston Brooks all over the play. And going back just to how this team's played so far in Mitchell College, Stephen Brunson, 6 points, only 1 of 3 from the floor, but he's been at the line a couple of times, and this team, for as energetic as this gym is still really sticking around.
Yeah, it's going to take at least a 6-0 run here for either team to break away.
Cheek's going to put that one over the backboard.
Okay, now Santiago again coming in off the bench, has that presence, again using his size to his advantage down against a little bit of a smaller size, but as we say that, there'll be the sub coming in of Jason Jones back in, the starter for the Pilgrims, to match up against Santiago.
Full court press immediately broken. The up and under no good. Winston Brooks down on the rebound. 3-on-3 the other way. Winston Brooks turning it to Cooper. Double team. Great defensive effort from the Mitchell Mariners. They come away with a Winston Brooks turnover. And it's going to be Leonard Williams, top of the key, looking to set up an offense. Near side to Peabody. Brunson sizes it up. It's going to be well long. Rebound by Jones.
And it's a good idea. There's just, even with off the ball movement, there's no passing lane in on the Grims defense.
And right there, another turnover as Jason Jones can't grasp the pass from Jamal Allen. Justin Eck, junior guard, is going to check on. He'll give Winston Brooks a breather with 13-14 left here in this first half. 12-10 the score. The early going here, the NECC semifinal. Fink to Peabody. Now into Williams, but he's going to be fouled on the dribble.
Yeah, Justin Eck called there for the foul. Just into the game is Eck, as you mentioned. But already 5 fouls on Mitchell here. Still 13:02 to go in the first half.
Santiago's going to hand it off to Fink. Back to Santiago, double teamed, able to move through it, and can't connect. That ball was halfway down.
Yeah, Mitchell can't go away from that. Keep working Santiago down low at the post. It's eventually going to fall. They just can't go away from it too early.
Fama driving. Step back, no good. Santiago there. He was ready to go 75 feet down the court. Instead, they get it to Fink. Fink out to Peabody, who pump fakes, and an awkward fall, but appears to be all right. He's tripped up there from Jamal Allen. And before I give you a chance to talk, we're going to take a quick look here at the other semifinal. Eastern Nazarene up on Newberry College, 73-66. 2 minutes left in that one.
Just an awkward step in there. Coming from Allen, was expecting that cut earlier. Nice hesitation to draw the foul.
So a handoff back to Fink here. 16 seconds on the shot clock as he picked up his dribble. Now to Santiago from beyond the arc. He steps in and unable to knock it down. But a foul on the floor. So now 2 quick fouls in the same possession on New England College. So Winston Brooks checks back on. Winston Brooks, Jones, Fama, Cooper, and Jamal Allen on the court here for the Pilgrims. Williams turns it over. Fama trying to lead a break, and he's going to turn it right back over. Ball handed up to Fink. Now Fink, 3-on-1 the other way. Peabody to Santiago, blocked away. Jones gets up, and Santiago can't get over.
Peabody's just got to take that one to the hole right there. He had the better lane to the basket.
Inbound stop of the key to Williams. Williams back to Fink. Fink. Deep ball is well off. Fama now up to Jamal Allen. Allen working on Peabody, throws it up and gets it to go. Four-point lead here with 11:36 left in the first half. Peabody to Williams over far side to Fink. Santiago spending a lot of time on the top of the perimeter for the only post presence. And Fama's going to step out of bounds. It's going to stay Mitchell College ball, 10 seconds on the shot clock. And a timeout is going to be called on the floor. 11:23 left here in this first half. A 4-point lead for the Pilgrims on Granite State Sports Network.
For the love of the game, but for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
You can make a difference.
Fans, are you looking to change your company's brand identity with new digital presence and graphic design, or need help with your social media advertising? Then visit our friends at whitemtnmarketing.com, located in the heart of New England. Their full-service marketing studio will help your small business reach the right audience. To learn more and sign up for a free consultation, visit whitemtnmarketing.com today.
Well, a 4-point lead here for the Pilgrims. Taking a live look in as we can. Eastern Nazarene, a 3-point lead over Newberry in the other semifinal. But things extremely interesting. 29 seconds. And Newberry, they have it as 74-73. I believe they're only trailing by 1, but what a game. We're going to keep our eyes on this one for as long as we can.
That's a 2-6 matchup. Newberry, the 6th seed, almost making it to the championship. We'll see how that one ends.
The winner of that one obviously playing the winner of this game here tonight. Fink gonna inbounds it, looking for somebody. Nearly turns it over, instead gets it to Brunson. Brunson checking back in after the timeout. Leonard Williams to Santiago, looking for a backdoor. Instead, back to Williams. It's going to feed it inside to Hassan Whistle. And Hassani Williams able to knock it down.
And that's thanks to the Mariners trying to get that isolation up top and open up some lanes.
An offensive call right there. Jones clearly coming over the back.
Here we go, 5 team fouls on both here. Still halfway to go in the first half.
Token full court pressure here on Leonard Williams as he works it across the timeline. Williams to Fink. Fink. 12 on the shot clock as Santiago again on top of the perimeter. Far side to Leonard Williams. He feeds to Santiago. Up for 2, but it's no good. Winston Brooks looking to get out in transition. They have Jones through the middle, but great defensive pressure. And Brunson can't hold on to the outlet pass.
See Santiago behind the play, pleading with the official, looking for fouls on those cuts to the basket, but it's still open for him. It's just gonna be a little bit further out, get a better angle off the backboard.
Cheek. All the way in the paint, feeds off to Jones. Jones slaps the glass as he puts it down, and it's back to a 4-point Pilgrim lead. Fink to Brunson. Brunson looking to feed Hassani Williams, but can't find him.
Brunson's got to take that jumper. Santiago took 2 out of the play down the baseline on that rotation. It was wide open mid-range.
Winston Brooks out to Leonard. All the way in is Leonard. Unable to connect, but he's still working on it. And I believe they are going to say that he is the last one to touch the ball as it goes out of play.
Great timing by Hassani Williams to get straight up at the top of that jump and block it down.
Leonard Williams gets around Fama with ease, but Brunson unaware the ball was coming to him.
Whistles here before the inbounds. Official was talking with the table. We got one eye glued on this game, one eye glued on our computer right now, checking out the other semifinal.
Fama to Winston Brooks. Winston Brooks across to Leonard, who wants to drive through traffic. He gets it up, and he's going to get fouled. A little action after the play. And the winner of this game will officially be taking on Newberry College, the upset over Eastern Nazarene. 74-73 the final. Unbelievable.
Again, Newberry College, unfortunately for them, they're going to be closing their doors as an institution come May after graduation. So what a Cinderella story it would be for men's basketball to end the history of Newberry College with a championship.
They will be taking on, as we mentioned, the winner of this 2 game as the closed end of Leonard's free throws are in and out. It's a 5-point Pilgrim lead halfway through this first half. Fink. Now to Cooper, over to Williams. Williams wants to set up an offense. Fink from way downtown. Can't connect, but Santiago there on the board. He's tied up, and Calvin Cheek's going to come away with it. Got another steal to Calvin Cheek. And Fama left all alone. No good. Rebound by Fink. Fink's going to push it up, and he's got numbers. Out to Williams. Williams steps into it and knocks it home. That's going to be a deep 2 for Leonard Williams. Jones. Out to Leonard. Leonard, couple too many steps.
Yeah, he had faked himself out of that one at the top of the key, but again, love Mitchell's poise to keep pounding the outside shots here in that fast break. The only way is you cannot let NEC get set up defensively in their own half. They've got to beat NEC getting back on defense.
Fink moving around one. Now gets it over to Landon Peabody. Peabody to Williams. Now, Williams no good. Peabody in there. Looked like it was blocked away. And Winston Brooks comes away with it. Cooper to Cheek. Cheek for three. He's got it. Calvin Cheek, first three of the night, puts the Pilgrims up by 6. Peabody now to Fink, who works it into Hassani Williams. Backdoor, but picked away by Winston Brooks. Winston Brooks wants to push. Step back, rattles out. Loose ball, and a foul is going to be called inside the paint. And it'll be on Jones for the hold.
Now Winston Brooks trying to frame it, but just such an athletic ability and defense to reach back and steal that away.
Immediate timeout, we'll take one as well. A 6-point lead for the Pilgrims midway through this first half on Granite State Sports Network.
Diving in college taught me to strive and be the best athlete I can be, but also the best student I can be. My coaches always made sure that the student comes first, because not everyone's gonna become a professional athlete. So they make sure that we will do great in academics. I knew that would only open the door to my future, and I'm really excited to start my dream program for physical therapy.
Back live inside Bridges Gym. Back and forth action here in the first half. Gonna try to check in at the other semifinal score on the women's side and see who the Pilgrims will play on Saturday. Again, right now, well, it is a final, so New England College women's basketball will take on number 3 seed in Becker College on Saturday at either 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock here inside Bridges Gym for the NECC championship game. Again, we'll have complete live coverage here on Granite State Sports Network and NEC All Access. But another upset in the other semifinal here this evening.
Got to tell you, the Newberry College one, I think, was the one that struck kind of the deepest. But taking a look here at both squads, 7:46 left in this first half. And Brunson, the 6 points early on, the leader on his side. Points leader altogether is Jones. He's got 8. And he's also in a little foul trouble. He picked up 2 in a row. Peabody finding Hassani Williams. Hassani Williams muscles his way up and in for 2.
Great hesitation there to wait for the blocking to start, falling back to the court before going up for the shot.
Kyle Joseph checked in on the timeout. He gets it to Leonard. Leonard, beautiful move. He's able to float it in. Leonard extending himself through the air, able to get enough time to lay it off.
And that's really thanks to Peabody driving back out towards the top of the key and distracting the defender's eyes so Leonard can get that little floater.
Cheek nearly gets a steal. Instead, he gets called for the foul as he bumps into Fink. That'll be the 7th team foul.
Go to the bonus now.
So Cheek picks up his first. Eck has 2 fouls. Jason Jones has 2 fouls. It's really the only issue on New England College's side of things. Brunson also has 2 fouls from Mitchell as the first one drops home for Matt Fink.
Fink now 19 of 38 from the line on that first one of the 1-and-1.
Second attempt here for Fink is going to be short. Pulled down by Alonzo Cooper, who wants to push. Cooper to Winston Brooks. Now to Cheek. Cheek looking to use the screen. Able to get around one. Great defensive pressure. All the way over to Kyle Joseph. Joseph, turnaround, no travel call, but he's well off anyways.
He was expecting contact. He was looking at it with the official too.
Lob pass up to Ricky Leonard, who lays it up for 2. Dangerous pass from Calvin Cheek. That almost hit the top of the barn here.
These teams get so fast up and down the court for the Pilgrims.
Marvin Baker, top of the key, working on Joseph. And Joseph picks it away. Now up to Calvin Cheek. Cheek trying to use his speed. Gets in, able to lay it up. He'll be fouled, can't put it home. But he'll go to the line for two as Matt Fink's called with his first personal.
But now both teams in the bonus with 5:40 to go in the first half. And Cheek this season, 44-63 from the line.
First free throw is good. Second attempt is going to rattle out. Asani Williams comes up with the defensive board and trailing by 7. Cheek's going to get called for another foul. And that one looked to be a true foul as he was right into the grill of Leonard Williams.
So you sense the physicality picking up a little bit here, Justin, towards the late part of the first half.
Malik Chase will check in as Williams will go to the line for a 1-and-1. You gotta expect this game's gonna be physical. New England College averaging 90 points a game. They have 25 right now. I mean, realistically, they could hit it. They have been aggravated, though, offensively. They haven't been able to get into a rhythm. And it's a combination of the media timeouts, the personal fouls, and the inability to pick up defensive boards. Yet they still lead by 6 points, and they've led this entire game. Fama to Alonzo Cooper. Cooper step back, no good. Pulled down by Williams, but a loose ball. And they're gonna say that Williams last touched it.
Cooper, though, on that short corner jumper with a great head fake to open up space. Nearly broke the ankles of his defender there, but just couldn't put home the jumper.
Leonard is actually gonna get called for having a hand on the touchline. Full court press for the Pilgrims now fades away as Leonard Williams works across the timeline. Chase trying to use the Santiago screen. Instead to Asani Williams and over to Fink. Fink, Williams driving up and under but blocked. Got to get it off, and they're going to call a foul with 1 second left on the shot clock.
That's a tough one there, and Kyle Joseph picking up that push foul down underneath the basket. He's the one who had that block a moment ago. Close to being goaltending, but able to come far enough away and deem the officials.
Asani Williams. Gonna be long on the first. Williams, 6'4", 185, junior forward from Miramar, Florida.
Williams now 0 for 2 from the line here this evening.
Second one long as well. Winston Brooks pulls it home. And Winston Brooks in transition all the way. Left-hand layup, no good. But he'll head to the line for 2. His third trip to the charity stripe.
But now it's still 1-1. But I love how both teams are just attacking the basket here in the first half.
4:42 left and a 6-point lead. Winston Brooks able to knock that one down. Marvin Baker's gonna check on, as well as Jamal Allen.
Brooks staying perfect from the line here this evening.
Second one, no good. But a 7-point lead with 4.5 left in the first half.
Commentator's curse comes into play once again.
Great defensive effort, but stolen right back from Malik Chase. Chase double team, gets out of it. But it's stolen right away, a 2-on-1 the other way, all the way through. Ricky Leonard can't connect. Winston Brooks pulls down the offensive board, but he's called for an offensive.
Yeah, he dropped that shoulder in hard right in the chest to open up space.
Luckily, that's only the first personal on Winston Brooks, who's really been the spark plug to this team in this first half.
Yeah, everyone thought it would be Ricky Leonard. I mean, essentially an All-American, should be with all he's done here for New England College, but Winston Brooks really growing here this season.
Fink into Baker, Baker over to Leonard. Leonard to feed into Santiago, who's double teamed on the block. All the way out, and it will be stolen. 2 on none the other way. Ricky Leonard is going to lay it in. Back the other way. Williams called for the offensive.
Mariners just need to settle down. They've been trying to push. They're finding themselves now down by 9, but they've got to be careful here because of the bonus.
Median timeout, 3:44 left in the first, and a 9-point Pilgrim lead, the largest of the night, here on Granite State Sports Network.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well, but it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
.344 left in this first half. Back and forth battle sees the Pilgrims up 9. Dan, a great game so far, but as you can hear over the PA, we'll announce that Becker moving on. My mistake, Newberry moving on over Eastern Nazarene. And a huge game, but that means that the winner of either of these teams is going to host regardless.
Absolutely. I mean, hats off to Newberry and the Nighthawks. Again, final season in school history. What a Cinderella story would be if they can pull off with a massive upset and get the NECC title.
A little more incentive for either of these teams, though. Obviously, New England College hosting the NAC last year and winning it all here on this floor in Bridges Gymnasium. But for Mitchell College, if they can pull off what would appear to be an upset tonight, they would be hosting the New England Collegiate Conference Championship. And, you know, obviously a win is incentive enough, but to be able to have it in your own gym means a little bit more.
Yeah, you get the home crowd into it.
Leonard steps into it, and he's going to knock it home. 31-19, the largest lead of the night, as Fink pushes it to Marvin Baker. Baker far side to Williams. Williams driving, dishing to a wide open Malik Chase, but he can't connect. Chase, a lot of contact, gets it out to Fink. Fink in motion to Baker, but can't connect, and Santiago is there. And that is what I'm talking about with the offensive rebounds. Mitchell, 2 opportunities there. They're finally able to put it home.
But the fact that the ball movement really kept Mitchell alive there.
Another 3. Leonard hit on the shot, no call, and Fink gives it to Williams, and it's going to let him take it up.
Santiago playing like a man possessed right now.
Instead, it's down through Leonard. It's going to lay another wide open layup in. And a timeout on the floor. Head coach Charlie Mason takes one, we'll take one too. 2:34 left in the first, and a 33-21 lead for the Pilgrims on Granite State Sports Network.
It's on us. It's on all of us. And it's time to act now.
It's on us to start the change. It's on us to be the change. It's on us. It's on Division III. It's on all of us to stop sexual assault.
Back here inside Bridges Gym, 2.5 left in the first. And a 12-point New England College lead. They're on the verge of starting to blow this open. Mitchell College needs a couple of quick baskets here.
Again, if they can just continue to work that in and out passing and force NEC when they're set to drop towards the baseline, these mid-range and elbow shots are opening up for Mitchell.
Leonard to Santiago, back to Leonard, who wants it and can't connect, but he's going to get his own rebound. Great hustle, but they're going to say that Williams is pushed into the wall. It's a tough break on his side because the touch lines are just so close to the wall. If that was another 5 feet back, that pass stays in bounds. Instead, he pings it off the wall, and it goes back to New England College.
Williams wanted the foul call to be pushed out of bounds.
Instead, Fama, the double dribble, will turn it right back over. It's worth noting, Ricky Leonard, 4 minutes ago, had 6 points. He's now up to 13.
Again, that defensive steals tonight.
That's 6 points of fast break layups and a deep three in the last 4 minutes.
7 steals here in the first half for New England College.
A wide open three for Baker, and he's going to be long, but an offensive board from Alec Chase is going to drive it in. Fama, near side, now at the top of the key is Alonzo Cooper. Cooper, trying to get some semblance of emotion offense. Allen steps back, he's hit, and he knocks it down.
And just so much depth for New England College. The outside shooting, I mean, it's not even close to the line. It's 25 back.
Back to a 13-point lead. Malik Chase responds. Winston Brooks, Euro stepping his way into the paint, and he's going to take one too many.
One official had it as a foul on the baseline. The near side official had it as a travel.
I think the near side official is absolutely right there. Winston Brooks saw the seam, but he wasn't able to get his feet in rhythm with what his brain wanted him to do. And a couple steps too many, but the idea is there, and he's going to be immediately called for his second personal. Great job again. Defensively, that's what you're taught to do from the earliest level all the way up through, is to try to get into the passing lane, and Winston Brooks did. But Fink just running into him is going to he's going to charge the foul.
Look, not a bad foul to take. Fink only 1 for 2 from the line here this evening. I mean, both teams have really struggled from the charity stripe.
First one is good. It's worth noting Mitchell College so far tonight 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. As a whole this season, they've been shooting 37%. You have to assume at some point they're going to keep shooting. At some point, those shots are going to start to fall.
But it's all about the deception. They've got to move off the ball quickly and try to use Santiago and really use his size to advantage and get that kind of double screen.
Deep three is good. Jamal Allen from Concord knocks it in. And it's 39-27 with 30 seconds left. Chase kicks to Williams. Williams loses it and loses it again. He's going to put it off the wall.
Yeah, he struggled all the way through the lane with that one, bobbling it around. Would like to see a little bit more of a screen there on the wing for the Mariners.
Coach Mason immediately telling his team, slow it down. We're taking one shot. And instead, a foul is going to be issued on the floor. Alonzo Cooper trying to run the sideline. He's going to be pushed out. Foul is going to be on Leonard Williams. His second personal, but both teams in the double bonus.
If I'm not mistaken, it's Cooper's first time at the line?
You're correct.
He'll miss the first. Cooper this season now 12 of 16 from the line. And the first time you've ever said I'm correct about anything.
I know. Cooper averaging 14 minutes a game as a jump ball and a little extracurricular activity after the whistle.
They're going to call a foul here. And it's going to be on NEC. They're calling on Errol Crawford, number 44. It's before the tie-up.
Connell Henderson's going to check back in.
Marvin Baker at the line for the double bonus. Baker this season has barely been to the line, 10 of 11 this year.
Double bonus. First one does rattle in. Henderson comes on more for defensive / shooting purposes. Henderson just shy of 40 points from beyond the arc this season. Primarily his job on the floor is to shoot threes and get this team back into it. Second free throw is good. New England College will expectedly have the last shot. We're down under 10 seconds as Fama pulls it out. Fama uses a screen from Justin Eck, moves to his right. Eck wide open for three. No good. Fama gets the board, pulls it down, but he's unable to get a shot off at the buzzer. And after 20 minutes, a 10-point lead for the top-seeded Pilgrims, 39-29 here inside Bridges Gymnasium. Dan, any thoughts?
I really like the hustle play by Mitchell in the first 15 minutes of the game before things started to break down with the foul trouble. They were able to go kind of pound for pound against the Pilgrims, get that outside shooting going at times. Not really the three-pointers we saw struggling from behind the arc, but those deep mid-range jumpers area from the elbow, from the wing, has been working well, but they've got to be a little bit more deceptive and get off the ball movement a lot better. Too many times have we seen the Pilgrims set in that man-to-man down low, and everything's being clogged up because of the reach, because of the athletic ability of New England College. There's just no passing lane, so you're forced to shoot awkwardly from outside, and that's where Mitchell has been struggling. On the other side, the Steels have been dominant. NEC, after the opening couple of minutes, getting used to the crowd noise here in the semifinal game. Again, in the men's side of the NECC, there's a first-round bye for the top two seeds, so this is their first postseason game. They didn't have that chance to kind of get the rhythm on Tuesday, and so shook off the rust, but looked very strong here down the stretch in the first half.
Absolutely. Dan, well, we're going to take a nice long break, recover and prepare for the second half. A 10-point lead for New England College after 20 minutes inside Bridges Gymnasium. The 1 seed and the 4 seed here on Granite State Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. Second half in 20 minutes.
When you're in college, you kind of find out who you are. And throughout your 4 years, you develop yourself with all the different experiences, which leads into dedicating yourself to your community, to your family. So when you're a senior, you're coming out a well-rounded person.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests outside of the classroom and outside of the court or field. I've had the ability to get into different activities and organizations, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
Getting to be involved in a lot of different things, ranging from obviously being a student athlete to getting involved with my campus and my community, and not only being allowed to do that, but being encouraged to do that.
The opportunity to be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, to have the professors know me on a personal level, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference. It really helps you develop thinking from other people's perspectives and looking at problems from outside the box.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
I've definitely learned how to really be myself. I found out, yes, I am actually a good leader, and yes, I can actually put myself forward because I am good enough. I can do it.
Coming in to college, I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of different career goals, and I've learned so much about myself that I was always like growing and changing.
When I got to college, it forced me to step up and become more of a leader, and I think that was something I had the capability of doing. And
forever grateful that being at a Division III school gave me that opportunity.
You have to dedicate your time in the classroom, you have to dedicate your time in the gym, on the field, on the court.
Our coaches and the entirety of the athletic department, they valued the student athlete going out to community and trying something new and getting involved in campus life.
You can get involved in so many different things. So the possibilities are truly limitless for what you can do with your college experience. You can kind of make it your own in the Division III setting. So I would encourage people who want to have flexibility to pursue different interests and passions to go D3.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA's consent is prohibited.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? Let's have some fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
Having that free time allows me to pursue the things that I want to pursue.
Division III athletics affords students the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport.
It allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
For the love of the game. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
You can make a difference.
Diving in college taught me to strive and be the best athlete I can be, but also the best student I can be. My coaches always made sure that the student comes first, because not everyone's gonna become a professional athlete. So they make sure that we will do great in academics. I knew that would only open the door to my future, and I'm really excited to start my dream program for physical therapy.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and I know how powerful words can be. The term gay doesn't mean stupid, lame, or less than.
So I pledge to speak up if I hear the term gay used in a derogatory way or any other homophobic terms.
If you can play in Division III.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and my teammates unconditionally accepted me as part of their family. So now I pledge to do the same for others. If you can play in Division III.
It's on us. It's on all of us. And it's time to act now.
It's on us to start the change. It's on us to be the change. It's on us. It's on Division III. It's on all of us to stop sexual assault.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, then I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Hi, I'm Mark Emmert, President of the NCAA. We at the NCAA are committed to making sure our student athletes make the most out of their college experience. That means getting a degree. Doing well in school will help you make the most out of your education as well. We want you to study hard, read at least 30 minutes a day, and learn everything you can, because we know just how important it is to your future. While the young men and women that play college sports may be great athletes, each is a student first. Just like you, NCAA college athletes need to stay focused on their health and their schoolwork. Very few of them will go on to play professionally. That's why education is so important. What they learn on the field and in the classroom prepares them for life. Just remember, every NCAA student athlete was once a third grader too. Education is important at all levels, from elementary school all the way to college. With lots of hard work, those college athletes made their dreams come true. So can you. Doing well in school this year will set you on the path to opportunity and success.
Two and a half minutes away from second half action here inside Bridges Gymnasium. Again, alongside Dan Salzer, I'm Justin Swiderski, bringing you the call for the final half of action here inside Bridges Gymnasium tonight. It's been a long day, Dan.
It has indeed, but exciting action for both the women's and now the men's game.
And New England College, a 2-point win earlier on this afternoon on the women's side of things, will be hosting the NECC championship on Saturday. And as it stands right now, the Pilgrims 20 minutes away from repeating as hosting a conference championship inside Bridges Gymnasium. We'll take a look at the stats while we have them here, Dan. 39-29 the score, definitely a little more low scoring than expected here tonight, but leading all scorers, Ricky Leonard, he had 7 points in the final 4 minutes of the second half. He's up to 13 on the evening, but really everybody's pretty even on both sides. I mean, the high scorer on the other side, Stephen Brunson, he had to come out midway through the first because of foul trouble. He had a couple early deep balls, but other than that, this Mitchell College team has yet to hit a three-pointer. They have yet to really take the lead on New England College, and despite everything that's gone on, this is definitely not the best Pilgrims team that has stepped on the floor inside Bridges Gymnasium this season. What can they do to really secure and wrap up that top spot and take it all the way to the championship round?
Again, they've got to get away from that defensive side coming in Winston Brooks. He's been so dominant defensively. So if you can kind of work that in, out, try to get NEC drifting back down low towards the paint, towards the bucket, and get those mid-range, maybe not so much the outside shots because they are 0 for 7, but just get some depth and some separation from this harassing Pilgrims defense and just calmly try to get these shots off. Don't try to rush it from the hip. Just square up, take some easy shots. It's eventually going to fall, and momentum's going to swing back your way.
Well, as it stands right now, as we said, a 10-point lead, and the winner of this game will host Newberry College in the New England Collegiate Conference championship game.
Again, we do know on the women's side that the Pilgrims will be hosting Becker College. Again, that game will be at either 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, depending on how this game goes.
Second half action, we're ready for it. Mitchell will be going from right to left here in the second half. And we'll start off with the ball. Underway in the second half is Connell Henderson. Hands it off over to Santiago. Santiago has some numbers, but Fink wants to pull it back out. Fink, Brunson, Henderson, Williams, and Santiago on the floor for Mitchell as a near turnover ends up in the hands of Calvin Cheek. Cheek to Leonard. Leonard the spin, but he's blocked away. Brunson with the block and a foul on the other side. That's going to be on Jones.
Mitchell can't telegraph those passes. They've got to be more decisive when they're working down along the baseline.
Starters on the floor for NEC. Winston Brooks, Leonard, Jones, Fama, and Cheek. Henderson works it across the timeline. Now to his left before handing off to Brunson. Santiago all alone on the top of the key. And Fink stepping into it. He's going to knock it down. I'll tell you what, head coach Todd Peretz was not happy with how the offense was running there, and Fink bailed it out.
Absolutely. I saw him just stomping his feet on the far side, too.
It has been a stale half-court offense for Mitchell College, but first three of the night for the Mariners.
See if that opens things up. The fans are pretty quiet here inside of Bridges Gym at the moment.
Brunson working off a pick from Santiago, lay it all the way up and in. And exactly how Mitchell College wanted to start is back to a 5-point lead for the Grims.
Yeah, 5-0 run here in the last two possessions for the Mariners.
Winston Brooks nearly called for a travel there, instead gets it back out top of the point. 1-3-1 offense in this man-to-man. Cheek to Winston Brooks. Step back jumper, no good. Fama nearly called for the foul, but he didn't even touch the ball. Instead, Santiago feeds to Henderson. He's going to push. Henderson to Williams, and it drops. Cheek breaks the double team. Now he's got some numbers all the way in on his own, but he can't get it to roll. Head coach Charlie Mason shaking his head there. Cheek had 3 options on the perimeter, but kept it himself. Offensive foul. That's the second charge tonight that Winston Brooks takes. Yeah, and exactly what they needed.
Stephen Brunson with that step in towards the paint, trying to get the Euro step and the backdoor feed, but it slows down. I mean, it's a 7-0 run right now for the Mariners.
Brunson's got 8 points and 3 fouls, and Todd Peretz is going to roll the dice and leave him in, at least for the time being. 1-2-2, three-quarter court press, and that's what it does.
4 straight stops here against NEC by Mitchell College, and it's really taken the NEC fans out of this game. It's, except for the benches right now, it's dead silent. So that has allowed Mitchell to really grab control here in the beginning of the second half and play with confidence that they didn't really have from the opening couple of minutes of the game.
On top of that, the run that they have to start this game, which is up to nearing 10 points, every basket they've scored is immediately into a 1-2-2 press.
Another travel back the other way though, and we see Brunson kind of looking around like, what do you mean it's a travel? And it was an easy kind of up and down and even turning off his pivot foot.
Again, looking to trap the corners. This is the gym to do it. It's so small. Leonard all the way in, draws the contact, doesn't get the foul, but he gets the go. Beautiful feed up to Fink. A great pass from Stephen Brunson.
That's what Mitchell College needs to do, is they've got to get back quicker than NEC does defensively. They've got to get behind that back line, essentially.
Winston Brooks feeds to Fama, who wants it. And just off. Henderson trying to get around Cheek, and eventually he crosses the timeline. A great move around him.
I mean, unless NEC is going for a rebound down inside the paint, as soon as that shot is off and they know it's not going as an offensive foul here, they're dropping 4 guys off right away. Well, they're calling it on NEC instead. My apologies.
So Winston Brooks is going to pick up, I believe, just his second. No, that is his third.
This is his third, yeah.
So foul trouble on both sides. Brunson's got 3. Winston Brooks has 3. Coach Mason, you could tell they were asking, do you want to sub? And he's like, nope, we're going to roll the dice. And I think that's a wise call right now.
Yeah, you got your veteran group out there at the moment. Let them run with it early on here in the second half.
Brunson in, Williams, floater no good. Jones pulls it away. Santiago, got to be careful. Nearly called for an over the back.
I mean, because of how tight this gym is.
Cheek no good, rebound up in the air, and a foul on Jones. Unbelievable.
I mean, we see head coach Charlie Mason of NEC like practically on the corner, looking for a pass in the corner.
Jones and Winston Brooks both have 3. That's going to call for some substitutions. We'll see Kyle Joseph check on alongside Alonzo Cooper.
Jones got fouled now, actually. 4 now.
Hate to say it, but you're right.
I'll take it. Second time tonight, I'm right. But yeah, Jones is going to see action probably for another 10 minutes, and that's a huge blow defensively on the boards.
Yeah, at this point, you can't put Jones in until the 5-minute marker, so is where I would say Joseph has the size. And another offensive foul called. Cheek going to pick it up.
Yeah, it's Brunson. And he is furious. He is furious, slapping the practice rim above the team bench for Mitchell.
With that, we'll take a timeout. 4 minutes into this second half, a 3-point lead for the Pilgrims on Granite State Sports Network.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? Let's have some fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Fans, are you looking to change your company brand identity with new digital presence and graphic design, or need help with social media advertising? Then visit our friends at whitemtmmarketing.com. Located in the heart of New England, their full-service marketing studio will help your small business reach the right audience. Learn more and sign up for a free consultation. Visit whitemtmmarketing.com today.
Foul trouble plaguing both of these teams as we near the 15-minute marker in the second half. Just a 3-point lead. The Pilgrims took a 39-29 lead in the halftime. Just 1 bucket so far in the second half. And I got to tell you what, I'm not sure what it is, but this Mitchell College defense has stepped it up. This team has been scoring right around 90 points a game. Being held to under 50 through the first half is a feat in itself.
But still, you lose that of Brunson with 4 fouls. And because of his anger going to the bench before that media timeout, reignited the fans' energies here below us in the stands.
I don't believe anything additional was called on that, but full court pressure here from New England College. Henderson going to try to work on Alonzo Cooper. To Fink. Fink using Santiago. Steps back and can't connect. Loose ball rebound. They're going to call it offensive on Hassani Williams.
Pushing the back down low, trying to go for the loose ball. Both teams with 3 team fouls here in the second half. 15:33 to go.
Leonard Williams will check back in. Connell Henderson take a break. Cheek dribbling through the double, gets it all the way over to a wide open Allen. Allen short, but somehow kept alive. Joseph back to Allen, another 3, no good.
Allen's pretty much shooting it from the bench right now of his team.
Fink does not get called for the travel.
Lucky break there for the Mariners, but utilize the time, rotate here.
Nice feed from Williams. An easy lay-in for Williams to Williams.
Again, it's that taking that extra second the Mariners are doing to wait for that double team to come over and then feed it off on the backside.
Winston Brooks playing with 3 fouls on the floor. Jamal Allen bombing it up, and he finally gets one to go.
1 for 3 from behind the arc on the last 2 times down the court.
Jamal Allen shooting just shy of 36% from the 3-point line this season. That's the 61st of the year.
And he is such a big contributor off the bench for the Pilgrims this year. Gives new life in the mid part of each half.
Santiago looking for somebody. He had a wide open Leonard Williams outside.
A stoppage here and discussion at the table with the official. It was tipped off of NEC, so the shot clock reset by mistake, so it's back to 11.
Fink finds a wide open Williams. Hassani Williams. 2 quick, easy buckets. And it's back to a 2-point lead. And not before a turnover.
And now some frustration is starting to set in for NEC. They were that 7-0 run against them by Mitchell to start the half. Now with a nice cut on the backside, everyone looking away at the ball. Things just need to settle down for New England College to regain control.
Fink, top of the key, gonna hand off to Peabody. Peabody to Hassani Williams. Hassani Williams nearly travels, and they are going to call a late whistle. Will be a travel.
Yeah, I try to spin inside and move that pivot foot, even though he lost control. I able to gather it back up, and easy call for the official on the baseline.
Cheek nearly throws it away. Cooper to Winston Brooks. Jamal Allen thought about it and instead gets stripped. Numbers for Mitchell if they can hurry. All the way in, but what a rejection. Brooks now all the way down to Allen. Allen taking one-on-one, lays it up and in. Coast to coast pressure. It starts with Winston Brooks and ends with Jamal Allen.
I know it's only 2 points, but it's essentially a 4-point swing there with a block and the layup. And Santiago doesn't even get his hands up to try to go for a block, fearing the foul call.
Peabody had Fink for a moment. Instead, steps back, can't get it to roll. Cheek looking for the deep ball. Instead, Cooper steps into it, can't connect.
Again, this pace is just frantic here in the mid part of the second half. It's really who has the freshest legs at the end is going to come out with victory.
Both teams shooting under 40% from the floor. as that one doesn't go. Cheek looking to rip it away from his own teammate. He's got the steals record. He's looking for rebounds tonight. Joseph almost called for an over the back. Santiago slow to get across midcourt.
We talked about the shooting. Both teams averaging well over 40% this season.
They're going to call a block on Winston Brooks. Looked like he had his feet set, Dan, but I think his heels were right on the back of that semicircle.
It was so close, but I believe that's now 4 on him. Williams at the line so far today, 0 for 2.
Just a 4-point lead here for the Pilgrims. Clinging on to this game. Mitchell College doing everything they can to keep themselves in it. They fought back. They were down by 12 at one point, back to a 4-point game. First free throw won't go down.
Both teams just struggling from the free throw line. Mitchell now 9 of 14. New England College 7 of 13 this evening.
Fama and Eck are going to check on for the Pilgrims. Marvin Baker checking on for an absolutely gassed Domenico Santiago. A well-deserved break. You want, if you're head coach Todd Peretz, you want Santiago 100% for the last 6 minutes or so of this contest.
Yeah, even maybe at the 7.5 minute mark. He's got to dig deep in the tank here against this strong Pilgrims team.
Screen set, Cheek working off at a 1-on-2. He lays it up but can't get it to fall. Fink up to Williams. Williams to Peabody with numbers. Peabody all the way through. What a pass to Sonny Williams for the finish.
A no-look feed driving baseline. Again, it's the confidence that Mitchell needs here on the road in the semifinal.
Eck thought about it. Now driving all the way through. A dangerous pass to Jamal Allen. Allen from Greater Lawrence knocks it down. And just like that, a 5-point swing. A 4-point lead here for the Pilgrims. We're going to take a timeout. 11:19 left in regulation here on Granite State Sports Network.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
Welcome back, fans, inside Bridges Gym. And fans, now through February 25th, get 20% off all hoodies at shopnecathletics.com. Select from your favorite team logos or choose from a variety of pre-made styles. Find everything you need to show your Pilgrim pride. Visit shopnecathletics.com today.
Just under 12 minutes left in this one. A low-scoring battle. 49-45. With 11:19 left, and as mentioned, both these teams still shooting under 40%. Plenty of open looks, Dan. It's going to come down to who's going to hit the big shots at the end.
Again, Mitchell just needs to find a way to get a couple of quick stops, like they had at the beginning, couple of quick shots as well, and try to get the crowd back out of this game and control down the stretch. Again, NEC, if they can just keep, Allen's hitting shots from near midcourt at the moment, it seems like, and even with his size, it's keeping the team alive, keeping that energy up no matter how tired they are. They've just got to control the defensive boards and watch their fouls for the Pilgrims.
Leonard Williams will cross the timeline for Mitchell College. Gets it over near side to Fink. Fink is going to be fouled by Jamal Allen.
They call him on the block there at the top of the key.
If Allen kept his feet set, I think that would have been the other way, but because he continued to move along, that'll be the team's 5th foul with still 11 minutes left. Fink Hand it off to Williams. Williams looking for the pass in, somehow kept afloat, but it will eventually roll out of play. Last touched by Marvin Baker.
That was a broken up play there. There's no one here in the corner or on the wing trying to rotate. Everyone was overloading that far side. An easy stop for the Grims.
Dangerous pass, somehow ends up in the hands of Allen. Allen can't connect. Loose ball rebound pulled away by Peabody. Peabody deciding to slow it down. Baker now with it. To Peabody. Williams, not sure what happened there, but Hassani Williams is grieving in pain on the floor.
It looked like there was liquid on the floor, and he rolled his ankle hard. Official stopping here, and New England College not happy with it. They had a fast break the other way. But, I mean, it just looked like he just slipped on either sweat or something on the court.
Almost similar to the Zion Williams injury from last night. It looked like he just kind of slipped. His knee was tweaked a little. Appears to be shaken up, and that's not a good sign for this team. The junior from Miramar, Florida.
Again, the only thing that didn't happen was his shoe ripping open there, similar to Zion Williams last night for Duke.
He'll take a seat over on the side, at least for now, and the athletic trainers will take a look. And that'll force Santiago to come back into the game as the only big presence for this team.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, and with 10.5 to go, he's going to be gassed the rest of the way.
Mid-range, no good. Somehow kept alive, but eventually pulled away by Marvin Baker and over to Peabody.
It looked like Cheek was lying up against the wall, but somehow he keeps it alive.
Cheek tips it away. It's last touch by Justin Eck.
Cheek's getting a little frustrated at the moment as well.
Connell Henderson will check back in. Henderson, sophomore guard, Old Saybrook, Connecticut. That's where he went to high school. We'll have another substitution as Ricky Leonard, whose name we haven't really called a lot this half, will return to the hardwood. He doesn't have any fouls.
Just past the midpoint of the second half.
Peabody for three, no good, but Santiago, a big offensive board. Henderson wants it. He can't connect. And Williams.
There's some confusion. The initial call was it was thrown off of Mitchell on the baseline, but Mitchell saying that NEC was out of bounds on that touch, and it's going to stay with the Mariners.
I think that's the correct call. It looked like Leonard's feet had touched the other side of the timeline, or the other side of the touch line before he was able to.
It's off of Baker.
Yeah. Great pass into Peabody. Peabody, fadeaway, and gets it to go. Just like that, a 2-point lead for the Pilgrims. Williams double team, gets it to Fama. Fama with some numbers, spins in, fouled, and will go to the line for two. His first time at the line this half.
Baker frustrated. He said he had his hand straight up, but his feet were moving towards the baseline to draw that foul.
First free throw rattles out, and look at this. Jason Jones will check back on for Joseph.
Fema this season now, it's only his second time at the line, 0 for 2 this year from the free throw line.
So Jones with 4 personal fouls out on the floor for New England College. And if you're head coach Charlie Mason, right now you're going to say, we got to put up some big numbers and get out of this. And I think that's what the plan is. Got to match up with Santiago. He's going to continue to burn you. Big block by Ricky Leonard.
But that's a great play call there by the Mariners. You go up against Jones, who has that 4, and you have to go over the top looking to draw that foul. If not, Santiago has that space like he just did. We'd like to see him go to the basket, though, instead of dishing it off.
If Santiago comes off here, I almost have to expect that Jones will go with him just to try to preserve any sort of additional foul that you might need to use late in the game. Regardless, 17 on the clock. Fink hit on his way up, and a foul will be going against Mitchell College. And here's the thing too, Dan. I said that neither of these teams could get in a rhythm. When was the last time that you saw a back and forth that hit both sides of the glass at least twice? I mean, realistically, we can't make it from one side of the floor to the other without a turnover or a foul, and it's just been tough.
Yeah, I think it's been since like 7 minutes left in the first half, really.
What a rejection, Santiago, but Fama's there, all the way out. Leonard wants it, and he just barely misses it. Ack can't keep it in. It's going to be last touch by Cheek. I actually think it hit the black on the far sideline before Cheek had a chance to top it back
absolutely.
out.
He thought he had a piece, but it definitely dribbled out of bounds first before he played it.
Winston Brooks is going to check back in as well.
So there you go, 2 players with 4 fouls for New England College. Working down low as your forwards, your power forward.
For your head coach, Todd Peretz, how much longer do you wait to put Stephen Brunson back in the ballgame?
You got to come in the next probably 2 minutes.
Let's tip to Henderson. Henderson. Now to Chase. Chase goes up with it. And he's going to be fouled. Fortunately, that was on Fama. Winston Brooks was also around the play.
Fama picks up his first personal foul.
And on command, Stephen Brunson is in the game with 8:12 left.
Malik Chase, a sophomore this season from the free throw line, now 10 of 17.
So it stays at 2. Winston Brooks in front of us, moves to his right before handing off to Leonard. Leonard splits the pair of defenders and is fouled. And once again, some extracurriculars.
Yeah, it's Chase getting in the face there. Let's see if anything else comes of this.
Leonard's got to be careful here.
Again, the energy's back in the fans, which is naturally against Mitchell here in this tiny gym, a Bridges gym. Leonard tonight 2 of 4 from the free throw line.
Two-point lead, 8 minutes left here in this second half. And Leonard, a touch strong on the first.
I mean, you can't forget, New England College had a 13-point lead in the first half.
Second free throw long as well. And will be pulled away by Fink. Fink looking for his point guard in Henderson. Henderson, dangerous pass, but he gets it to Santiago. Back to Henderson, who wants it, but is blocked by Cheek. Back to Fink, somehow all the way in to Malik Chase, and eventually pulled away by Leonard.
Couple of big breaks there for Mitchell, they just can't bury it.
Winston Brooks knocks it down. 5-point lead with 7:20 left. Brunson, top of the key, steps into it, deep 2 if it goes, but it doesn't. And Jones is there on the board. Cheek wants the push. Inside the paint, out to Winston Brooks. He wants another, and he's got it. Timeout on the floor. Inside 7 minutes, and it's up to an 8-point lead here inside Bridges Gymnasium. Don't go anywhere here on Granite State Sports Network.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Get someone a cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy.
But it's
on us
to intervene.
Because we can.
Learn more and take the pledge
at itsonus.org.
Fans, top-seeded New England College women's basketball is in the NECC championship for the first time since joining the NECC this year. They will take on Becker College this Saturday, February 23rd, right here inside Bridges Gym. And the game will be either at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, depending on how this game goes for the men's side of New England College. If the men hold on for victory, the women's game will be at 1 o'clock with the men's game at 4 o'clock. If the men fall, the women's game will be at 2 o'clock.
Under 7 minutes left in this one, and it's up to an 8-point lead thanks to a couple of big-time threes from Isaiah Winston Brooks. And I tell you what, as we mentioned, head coach Charlie Mason decided to pull the trigger and put Winston Brooks back in, knowing he had 4 fouls at the 8-minute mark, and so far it's paying off. Fama to Cheek, and Cheek's gonna lay it up and in.
8-0 run here for New England College as of late.
Brenson double teamed out to Henderson. Now Brunson driving, step back Jay, and doesn't go, but Santiago's there for the putback. Great pass into Jones, but he's going to step on the touchline. And a turnover here. It's still an 8-point lead with 6 minutes left, but this is the first time, Dan, that we have seen any sort of rhythm for New England College. And on that thought, another timeout on the floor. We're going to take one with them here on Granite State Sports Network.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
You ready to go? Let's have some fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA's consent is prohibited.
30 seconds in between timeouts, but we are nearing the 6-minute marker here in the second half, and it's an 8-point New England College lead. Again, if they win this game, they will be hosting Newberry on Saturday. Newberry, the 6th seed, sneaking past Eastern Nazarene earlier on this evening.
Well, either way, what great semifinals not only have we seen here inside of Bridges Gym this evening, but around the NECC, both on the men's and women's side.
It's been a great day here on both sides of the ball. As we said, we got a little over 6 minutes left, and what seems to be an eternity of basketball. It did start at 6 o'clock tonight, but if the Pilgrims can hold on, both NECC championships will have to come through Bridges Gymnasium. Leonard Williams checking back on in that timeout, nearly called for the travel, instead gets to Brunson. Brunson, what a move inside, but he can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. A lot of contact, but it's last touched by Calvin Cheek.
Yeah, it looked like Santiago took an elbow right to the nose, flopping over backwards at the edge of the key. Really surprised that there was not a foul against New England College there on the loose ball. Again, a couple of big shots though, Justin, what we talked about before going to commercial break, and it was a 2-point lead, now opened up to 8 for the Pilgrims.
Fink finds Brunson. Brunson trying to work off a screen, nearly picked away. Double teamed out to Fink, deep three, and it goes. 58-53, and Mitchell College is not done yet.
Fink has really loved that right wing as well here this second half.
Bad turnover from Cheek. Had a wide open shot, thought about it for a little too long, and instead the other way, big finish from Malik Chase.
Just like that, a 5-0 run back the other way. They had a 7-0 run to start. with the Mariners here in the second half. Now a 5-0 run to keep it a one-possession game.
Kyle Joseph wide open on the block for a second. Instead, Santiago comes up with a defensive board, and Mitchell College that much closer to tying or retaking the lead. All the way out to Brunson. Brunson wide open, didn't take it.
Again, I think it's in his own head. He's struggled shooting here this evening.
Nearly picked away instead, all alone, and it's a tie ball game. Timeout on the floor, under 5 left. Don't go anywhere on Granite State Sports Network.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Tie ball game on a huge three-pointer from Brunson. Tied it up 58 all. Again, I can't say that I expected this low scoring of a game, but here we are. We're both under 60 points with under 5 to go. And an outstanding ball game either way, but if you're New England College, Jones and Winston Brooks, those have been your go-to guys. They got to step up big late here.
Yeah, but Brunson with that last shot. Again, it was a miscommunication on the rotation by NEC. There was just eyes looking all alone. Brunson just queued up a straightaway three-pointer. Had eternity to get that shot off, and really changes the dynamic of this game here in the final 5 minutes.
4:51 left in this half. 58 points apiece.
Again, you see that three-quarter press here from Mitchell.
Or Fama nearly turns it over. Instead, tipped away. It's going to stay Pilgrim ball. 24 seconds on the shot clock.
We talked about it all night. If Mariners can continue to play with confidence, that's where they've played best here this evening.
Fama. Jones back to Fama using the screen. He spins in. Great feed to Jones. Count it. Great back and forth effort between those two. Jones gets inside, able to lay it off the glass, takes the contact.
And those two back to the NEC days last year, and just their ability to know where they are on the court without even looking is unprecedented.
He'll knock it home, and just like that, Pilgrim's back up by 3. Williams gets it around Fama. Jones nearly called for a reach and foul there.
He knew it too. He backed off real quick.
Brunson thought about it, moves to his right, has a lane, pulls back all the way out to a wide open Leonard Williams for 3. 3 ball well off the glass. That was out of the hand of Malik Chase.
Mitchell has to go away from the outside shot. An attack here with the foul trouble of New England College.
Cheek wide open on the corner. Fama taking it now, setting it back up. Cheek nearly called for the travel there. Gets out of it. They'll set up a 1-3-1 offense with under 4 minutes left. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Leonard driving, gets through, and he'll be fouled.
Jones with a great screen at the top of the key there. He had his arms grabbed. He was moved back because of the defense there of Mitchell, but it opened up that lane ever so slightly for that attack.
Timeout on the floor. We will take another one with him. 3:40 left in this one on Granite State Sports Network.
It's on us. It's on all of us. And it's time to act now.
It's on us to start the change. It's on us to be the change. It's on us. It's on Division III. It's on all of us to stop sexual assault.
Three minutes, 40 seconds is all New England College needs to do to hold on to this one and to bring a conference championship title back inside Bridges Gym. Now, you got to go through Newberry, but you got to hold on to Mitchell College here first. And it's been back and forth. They've allowed for Mitchell College to get back into this game a couple of times, but you can tell, Dan, once they start to pick up a little bit of momentum, things can go downhill in a hurry. On the other side, this Mitchell College team, you have to give them a bit of credit defensively. They've stepped it up. They've held a team that scores 90 points a game to under 60 until this point. And so far, they've had to piece together 6 or 7 guys that haven't seen a lot of time based on how much foul trouble they've been in. This has been an outstanding game.
But what they've done well is they've made NEC tired as well because of the way they're pushing them. We've seen NEC go to that 1-3-1 offense out top, and they aren't getting their shots like they were in those fast breaks. They're getting those 3-on-2 counters on those steals and those easy layups or those easy three-pointers from just inside the corner. So Mitchell, hats off to them for just battling and just grinding down this NEC team.
First free throw, no good. Second attempt is in. And back up to 4. 3.5 left here in regulation. Leonard Williams across the timeline. Looking for a body, instead moves all the way to his left. Brunson, top of the key. Kicks all the way across. Now Chase. And Williams knocks it down. Leonard Williams gets the Mariners within 1 with 3 minutes left.
Get another great drive into the post with a kick outside, open up shot.
Winston Brooks can't connect. There on the rebound is Fink. Fink's gonna move it up and hand it off to Brunson. Again, the winner of this game to host the NECC championship match on Saturday. Brunson, 12 on the shot clock. Drives in, late floater, no good. Winston Brooks wanted the deep ball, instead elects to get it to Cheek, and Cheek will set up an offense, under 2.5. Cheek, floater, off the glass and good.
Both of those plays are because of Calvin Cheek. Hang time for Calvin Cheek in the paint to disrupt that shot the other way a moment ago. And then they get that awkward off-balance shot to fall here off to our right.
Fink looking to respond. All the way out, great ball movement. Brunson for 3, but he can't connect. Hassan Williams gets it in. He can't get the ball to roll, but he will go to the free throw line. And a chance to cut this back to a 1-point lead. Asani Williams, first one, no good. Second free throw from Williams will rattle home, and it's a 2-point game. 2:03 left in this one. Dangerous pass to Leonard. Now to Fama. Fama nearly traveled, gets it to Jones, now back to Winston Brooks. Winston Brooks, step back 3, hit on the shot. Can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line for 3.
What a big swing this could be. If all 3 can be made. And tough one there for Santiago stepping into that shot.
Santiago will pick up his 4th personal foul.
And Winston Brooks having himself a game even within foul trouble.
First one makes it a 3-point game. And he'll hit the closed end as well.
Well, that's huge. Under 2 minutes, it's a 2-possession game.
The bonus is good. Just like that, 5-point swing. Still don't need to foul that if you're Mitchell College. Brunson drives with his left. He's going to lose it, but he gets it back himself. Turnaround float jumper is good. 67-64, the minute and a half left.
This Mariners team just persistent. They have so much fight in them.
Cheek, offensive foul.
Yeah,
and you could tell it wasn't just, he got away with it the first time. He had his elbow up. The second time he did it again, it was enough. But a minute and 24 left. Williams gives it to Brunson. Brunson, the big man, is going to take it up on his own. Brunson nearly throws it away, instead gets it to Williams. Williams back to Brunson. 15 on the shot clock. Brunson back to Fink. Fink for three in the tie, he's got it.
Again, with Brunson on the court, the eyes of NEC are on him. It's allowing these shots here from the near side wing and corner.
46 seconds left, no timeout to call here. Winston Brooks driving, gets it up, no good. But they're gonna call a foul on Jones.
Jones lying down, was toppled on, and they're calling him, and now he's fouled out of the game with 38 seconds to go.
Not just that, but a 1-and-1 is gonna put Asani Williams on the line. That's the fifth on Jones.
I mean, that's just tough against him. He's down and out. He's lying, lifeless on the floor, essentially. Mitchell trips over them with Santiago down low, and he gets called for his fifth foul. That's heartbreaking.
So Kyle Joseph will check on. My mistake, they're going to pull on Jamal Allen, because realistically right now you need a guard, you need a shooter. Now, to 1-and-1. Williams needs to at least make this first and put his team up by one. If not, New England College with the defensive board will take it back.
The biggest thing, he's only 2 for 6 tonight from the line.
First free throw, no good, but an offensive board pulled down by Brunson. 7-second differential. He's going to pull it all the way in, and he's got the roll.
What a beautiful up and undercut to the basket there.
Cheek uses a screen, makes his way in, he puts it up, and he gets it to go. Unbelievable.
Wasn't pretty, but it counted.
Unbelievable. Now with 10, Brunson tied up, jump ball in possession of New England College. So NEC can get one more good look before the buzzer. We'll be right back.
There's some confusion on the court.
Coach Mason saying, let's go. Let's just get this going. Bench is cleared momentarily.
I mean, everyone thought it was going to be a timeout call. That's why. It wasn't like it was an altercation. So we're not going to go to commercial break.
We'll keep it right here. Fama's going to inbounds. We're going to get another substitution. Malik Chase is going to step on.
Watch out for either Leonard coming in here on the far side.
Jamal Allen, top of the key.
Yep, absolutely. Let's go Grims to chant here inside of Bridges Gym.
Fama, deep inbounds to Cheek. He's got to hurry. He's got 6 seconds. 5, 4, he's got a lane, but he throws it away. And they're going to give it back to NEC with 2.9 left.
But the clock stopped before the whistle even happened.
They're going to give NEC the ball right now. Just under 3 seconds left.
Here's either dummy inside to Brooks Wilson or Allen on the outside shot.
One more look at the buzzer, can't get it to go. And in this semifinal bout, we're headed to overtime. We'll take a break. Do not go anywhere here on Granite State Sports Network.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
When you're in college, you kind of find out who you are. And throughout your 4 years, you develop yourself with all the different experiences, which leads into dedicating yourself to your community, to your family. So when you're a senior, you're coming out a well-rounded person.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests outside of the classroom and outside of the court or field. I've had the ability to get into different activities and organizations, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
Getting to be involved in a lot of different things, ranging from obviously being a student athlete to getting involved with my campus and my community, and not only being allowed to do that, but being encouraged to do that.
The opportunity to be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, to have the professors know me on a personal level, all of those.
So overtime basketball here, Mitchell College is going to stay going from right to left, and the big concern here, Jones fouling out, a number of players on both sides in foul trouble. And we're going to have a little more delay.
Yeah, they're bringing out the sweeping crew here to pick up some either water or sweat right in front of the Mitchell bench. Absolute hazard with how tight this gym is. But pretty much everyone's standing on their feet right now.
Ball is up. Williams comes away with it. And we're off. Overtime basketball here in the NECC quarter or semifinal matchup. Fink picks up his dribble, gets it to Brunson. Brunson moving to his right, has a lane all the way up, lays it up with the left hand, no good. Cheek in transition. He wants to go 1-on-3, and he's going to take it all the way in before kicking out to a wide open Jamal Allen. Nowhere close. And now a 2-on-1 the other way. Fink takes it in himself, but it's blocked by Allen. Allen all the way down, wide open Fama, who doesn't want it. And eventually gets it out to Cheek. Cheek from deep, no good. But there to pull it away is Ricky Leonard.
What a frantic, crazy start to overtime right now.
Allen, count it. Allen going to the line for the and one. A huge opportunity here with 4:08 left.
But the biggest thing, Santiago, the big fella, out with 5 fouls.
So both teams' centers are done. You know, you talk about Jones being out with 5 fouls about 3 minutes ago. Santiago on the other side is going to foul himself out. But a tic-tac foul.
But I think that affects Mitchell way more than it affects New England College with the depth of the Pilgrims bench.
Absolutely agree. They're going to bring in Malik Chase. Chase, 6'2" forward from Providence, Rhode Island. And we're going to have some more conversation about it.
Yeah, coaching staff not happy with the officiating here tonight. Tom Peretz just furious, just kind of shooing the officials away from him after that call.
So, free throw opportunity here for Jamal Allen. Jamal Allen has taken 13 field goals, 10 of them beyond the arc.
It's unprecedented.
He's knocked down 4. He's got 19 points tonight as the free throw goes. 4-point swing here. Beautiful pass, but unable to handle it. It's Hassani Williams, but they're going to say last touch by New England College.
Yeah, it came off of Stephen Fama reaching in there, but just that no look behind the back feed into the lane.
Fink to Brunson. Brunson double teamed, and it's picked away by Cheek, and on top of it, Brunson picks up the foul.
And that's his 5th. But Cheek, again, that's why he's so dangerous. He saw the move there on the inbounds. Even with a beautiful screen on the edge of the key, was able to beat it and get there in time before the shot and steal it away. And a big swing here.
Still not over. And head coach Todd Peretz has got to be close to a technical at this point.
Inching ever so closer to that technical.
Head coach Charlie Mason on the other side saying, let's get this show on the road. First free throw from Cheeks, good.
Biggest thing of that one, it makes it a 2-possession game now.
3:46 left. Cheek, 11 points. And is now 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Williams gonna have to get around Cheek. Nearly picked away, and it is. Loose ball on the floor, and it's going to stay, I believe, Mitchell College ball. It was last touched by Calvin Cheek.
We can't even see the near sideline at the moment. Arrow is pointing towards NEC though.
Inbounds makes it into Fink. Fink now working on Allen. To his right, double teamed, kicks out to Peabody. Peabody had Williams wide open, but a great double is gonna leave Chase open. And Malik Chase buries it back to a 2-point Pilgrim lead. Still not over. Cheek to Fama. Fama to Allen. Allen sizing up Chase. Now moving to his left. Step back, he moves through, and he is cleaned out inside the paint, which is unfortunate. It looked like Asani Williams had the block, but then he bodied through.
Yeah, it's tough. He was expecting that shot to be a little bit higher up in the air, trying to reach for it, and then trying to recover down low, and just plowed right through.
First free throw, rattles home. Three-point lead, and Allen makes it 2 possessions. Fink. Inside, Williams lays it up and in.
I was hoping that pass would come a little bit sooner, but NEC kind of drifted away from that play.
Winston Brooks driving wildly into the paint. He's got to be careful. He's at 4 fouls as well. A wide open chase for 3. And just like that, Mitchell College back on top, 77-76.
You couldn't have asked it and scripted a better semifinal game here in the NECC.
Lots of contact. Cheek somehow keeps his dribble. Williams lays it up and in. Count it.
I was worried for a second they were calling offensive foul there.
What a game. And we'll have some more conversation about this as well. It looks as though just the first foul on Landon Peabody. I think he's the only player left in this gym to just pick up his first foul.
That includes the coaching staff, the fans, you know.
That'll put Ricky Leonard on the line. Leonard, 3 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. First free throw, my mistake, the bonus free throw on the end one does drop. 2-point lead for the Grims. Fink, all the way to his right. Step back 3 for the lead, no good. Williams with the board.
Tough shot, didn't really get to the top of the arch there on the wing.
What a ball game.
Again, only about 250 in the gym. Feels like 1,000 right now.
Williams to his right, off balance. Nowhere close. More of a rush shot than anything, just looking for the contact. Instead, Fink to a wide open Peabody for three. He's no good. Hassani Williams ties it up.
Williams so strong on the backdoor cut. Just rips that one away here. But Mitchell still getting the fast break, trying to get behind the defensive NEC here in overtime. That's what's keeping him in it.
Allen putting his head down all the way into the paint, throws up a prayer. Not the smartest shot.
Yeah, that shot from behind the backboard.
Now you need to stop. Fink, top of the key, and a timeout's going to be called. Head coach Todd Peretz is going to use his. We're going to use one with him. 1:13 left in overtime, and it's tied 79-79 on Granite State Sports Network.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? Let's have some fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA's consent is prohibited.
One minute, 13 seconds left in overtime. And we still don't have a definitive side, despite Mitchell College having its two best players foul out here in Stephen Brunson and in Domenico Santiago. A tie ball game. Jason Jones also fouling out on the New England College side of things. About as crazy of a game as you're going to see all season long.
Kind of a weak defense chant coming at the moment.
I was thinking the same thing. Fink is going to have to get around Leonard. Williams putting a body on him. He gets it out to a wide open Leonard Williams. 8 seconds on the shot clock. What a pump fake. And the three from Fink. Unbelievable. 50 seconds left in a 3-point Mitchell College lead. Fama for the tie. No good. Pulled down, but ripped right back away by Winston Brooks, and a timeout called by New England College. We'll keep it right here.
So what a shot. Fama wide open in the corner. Had all day, just sends it a little bit long. Kind of having, eyes like saucers on that shot. A great drive in, a beautiful kick out. But nevertheless, still, great offensive board, able to get the putback. It's a 1-point game, still plenty of time left.
41 seconds left. You got an 11-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. When do you foul here? Or do you foul?
I mean, you can't really. You don't have any fouls to give. You got to play it out. Your defense has been strong. Trust it. You've got that 1-point lead.
You got a handful of players under 4 fouls. Ricky Leonard's only got 1. Fama's got 1. Allen's got 2. X got 2. Cooper, Joseph, and Crawford have all got 1. And realistically, you're in a situation right now where if you can't get a turnover immediately, you got to foul a guy who hasn't been good at the free throw line.
But the biggest thing, Mitchell has to get it into the hands of Leonard Williams, who's been perfect from the line here tonight if he's going to be fouled.
Peabody picks it up, no foul called yet as Cheek puts pressure on. Peabody trying to get around Cheek. Cheek nearly fouled, gets it away, and it will be last touch by Calvin Cheek with 14 seconds on the shot clock, 25 seconds on the game clock.
Again, the winner of this will host Newberry College in the NECC Championship on Saturday. If NEC wins it, it'll be here at 4 p.m. That'll be at Mitchell at about 2 o'clock, I believe.
Deep throw all the way down. Winston Brooks with a turnover, and he'll be fouled on his way up.
Wow, what a change of events there. Just one of the few errors we've seen by either team here tonight, but at the most crucial time.
So Winston Brooks, who's 7 of 8 from the free throw line, ties it up with 22 seconds left. Give credit to Williams, by the way, for getting all the way back and forcing these free throws as the second round was home. And now, the Pilgrims need to hold for 22 seconds.
And I'm pretty sure both teams do not have a timeout left.
Fink at the three-point line, gets it out, gets it back into his hands, 10 seconds left. Fink driving, but a foul on the floor, and it'll be a double bonus.
Oh, if free throws weren't important before, they are now. The next place is going to be rocking. Fink today, 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. And it is loud in Bridges Gym.
First one, nothing but net. And we will have a substitution. Jamal Allen will check in for Alonzo Cooper.
So how's the nerves here for the junior guard?
Tie ball game, 8 seconds left. Fink gets Mitchell College the lead. They'll take a timeout. We'll take one with them. 8 seconds left and a 1-point lead for Mitchell College here on Granite State Sports Network.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Dan Salzer, if you'd told me that I signed up for an overtime 84-83 game that was going to last past 10:30, I'd say you're probably right. Given our circumstances, it's been a great game to call. It's been so much fun. NEC's got one shot. Who are you putting the ball in the hands of?
Ooh. You know what? You got to go with Leonard. He's been just time and time again proven for this NEC team. If he's double teamed, then you go with Allen. Again, you don't need an outside shot. It's a 1-point game. But there's just too many powerful shooters for this Pilgrims team.
Fama will inbounds to Cheek. Cheek, 6 seconds. 5, 4, all the way in. He takes it in. 1 second left.
Unbelievable, Justin. Just a wide open lane. It was a little bit of a head fake, and the seas parted.
Unbelievable.
The last 2 possessions for Mitchell have been disastrous for them, unfortunately. It was a bad turnover on an inbound that led to that foul down low, and those layups on the free throws.
So they're going to put 2.5 back on the clock, which will give more than enough time to Mitchell College for one more shot.
But still, just miscommunication on the Mariners has allowed New England College to hang on here as the #1 seed at the moment.
Joseph, Fama, Winston Brooks, Cooper, and Cheek will be on the floor. They got to go the length of the floor in 2.5 seconds. And now a timeout's going to be called on the other side.
It's just, again, you see that. And pretty much the problem is Mitchell is setting up so close to their baseline. They need to step away. They need to open up space to allow that half-court heave if necessary. But they're pitching themselves down low, and all it is a great defense for New England College we've seen all night, just to run out the clock on an inbounds.
This is unbelievable.
This is such a great college basketball game in Division III.
One of the best that you're going to see all season. And this matchup has lived up and has exceeded the expectations tonight. Again, Mitchell College has to go the length of the floor. They got one more chance. They have continuously battled, and it's been one of the best games that I've seen all season long.
How many times have we called games over the last 5 years that have had situations like this down the stretch, whether it's hockey or anything?
This has to be one of the first ones, and so Malik Chase is going to inbounds the ball. Joseph will be running the baseline. Stack across midcourt.
But you've got that height.
Ball is inbounds. Fink at the buzzer. He's got it! Fink's got it at the buzzer! And Mitchell College will move on to the NECC championship game.
Wow! What he kept the bank open late with a kiss off the glass on that one. It looked like it was a slow start to the clock. It was an inbounds. You can't foul at midcourt, but you've got to hold him in. Mitchell College with an absolute dagger in the heart of the Pilgrims fan here this evening.
Matt Fink with 22 points on the night, and the last three meant everything. Mitchell College will host the New England Collegiate Conference championship game against Newberry on Saturday afternoon in what was one of the wildest games I have ever seen.
I mean, hats off. Again, Mitchell College was down 13 points in the first half. They looked all but out, but it's that 7-0 run to start the second half that really breathed new life into this Mariners team. They never gave up from the start. They knew the environment they were coming into. They knew how strong New England College has been all year. Again, hats off to New England College. They set their program record. They had one loss in conference going into the night, but it's the Mariners coming out on top.
What an unbelievable game. An outstanding season once again for head coach Charlie Mason. His first year, this team's first year in the NECC. Stunned here tonight. Stunned.
I mean, I work with his wife at Plymouth State, and just the anticipation going into this game from all the fans, the history of NEC winning the NEC, going to the NCAA tournament last year, this back and forth game, it's just the pressure. It was the ability of Mitchell to wear down NEC and get them out of their game, which is that run and gun style. We saw them go to that 1-3-1 offense at times in the second half, and they could not hold on down the stretch.
Hats off to Jason Jones and to Ricky Leonard. An outstanding career here at New England College. Not the way that you want it to end. You want it to end on your own terms, but you got to tip the cap there. Two fine gentlemen, an outstanding career here with the Pilgrims. Dan, any last thoughts before we get off?
Just hats off. Great fans all night. Just great semifinals you saw for both the women's and the men's game here inside Bridges Gym. But it will be women's basketball will be hosting the NECC Championship. We know it will be now at 2 p.m. on Saturday, February 23rd against third seed Becker College. We'll have that right here for you on Granite State Sports Network and NEC All Access, but won't have the doubleheader here this year.
On that note, Dan, again, an outstanding game, one of the best I've ever seen. Up and down, Mitchell College, you got to give them credit. Just an outstanding performance tonight, but that'll do it. Final score for the final time. Fourth-seeded Mitchell College will advance to the NECC Championship game. They'll host Newberry on Saturday. For Dan Salzer, I'm Justin Swirsky, signing off. Thank you for tuning in to Granite State Sports Network.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA's consent is prohibited.